Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we'll be going over the markets. We'll be looking at, or asking the question rather, is this the kind of start of the altcoin purge? I've been talking about the altcoin purge, and there's a kind of news story today that kind of could be, well, as somebody kind of saying the same thing, could be the start of the altcoin purge within the next couple of weeks. I need to wait and see kind of what happens there, but I'm going to share that story with you as well, and we'll look at a couple of other news stories. We'll look at charts, Bitcoin chart, what's happened with Bitcoin, why did the Bitcoin price go down. We'll look at a Ponzi scheme that could have caused this as well. But as ever, before we start, if you could go down to the like button and crush those likes, that would help the channel fantastically. And before I get started, I'll make sure we're live and just make sure everything is up and running okay and you can see and hear me. If you're in the chat area just now, just leave a comment, just let me know where you're from, where in the world you are from, and just leave a comment. And if you want me to look at any other charts within the altcoins, just let me know in the comments as well. But let me know where in the world you're from, and we'll just see where everybody is. Yep, we're live just now. We've got a couple of people watching, which is cool. So I'll just dive over. Okay, so we'll dive over to the chat area. We have Joe Cook is in the house this morning. Good to see you, Joe. Gordy Boy is in. Marcus Jafari, Mark Paulin is in. Joe Cook saying, how's the running coming along? It's coming along good. I've just said to Rob, one of our brilliant admins, I've just said to him that I'm going to have to increase the distance. I was running 1.84 miles, but it's not getting too easy. It's just still kind of hard getting up. That's the hardest part. Actually doing it, going out and doing it. But increasing the speed, increasing the distance to make it a wee bit more difficult, or I'll stick a backpack on or something as well. So yeah, it's still going, Joe. Tony P is in the house. Welcome to you. Got your comments this morning as well, Tony. Glad you got, brilliant price you got on the ETN, by the way. That was fantastic. So for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I did a video yesterday. If you're in the UK, you can buy what's known as an ETN, but basically it's kind of like shares, buying shares for Bitcoin for your pension, and you can put it into a self-invested pension, or personal pension. You can do that, and it was Tony P that kind of first put me onto it. So he bought them a brilliant price. Mitch Deiter is in the house this morning. Good morning to you. The Hawthorns is in. Paul von Gassman is in. Welcome to you. Good to see you back. Justin Churchill. David Claydon is in. Kim O'Brien, one of our brilliant admins, is in from sunny Croydon. Is it sunny Glasgow? No, it's pissing down a rain. Well, it was raining earlier on, although it wasn't raining when I was running. When I took the dog a walk, it was. G-Slick is in the house. Don't increase distance, run faster. Yeah, I've been doing that, so it's kind of getting under to the 18-minute mark now. So, well, it's uphill a lot of the time. It's uphill. So I suppose I could kind of just run faster. Stephen King is in the house. I know she can buy gold and silver as coin. Yeah, a lot of people are getting into gold, silver and Bitcoin. A lot of people are talking about that more and more. Mark Ennis is in the house as well. Good to see you, Mark. Okay, so we'll just jump over to CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin is down, obviously, so the whole market cap is down to $265 billion. Bitcoin dominance still up high at 68.9%. Another reason why there could be an altcoin capitulation, whereby everybody's just going to get rid of the alts and go into Bitcoin. Not everybody, but a lot of people are going to get rid of the alts and go into Bitcoin. But we'll discuss that. We'll talk about it and let me know your thoughts on this as well. And I know it's not a nice thing to hear. It's not a good thing to be in as well. I'm in altcoins as well, mostly altcoins. And it's going to be Bitcoin that I'm exposed to for the pension fund, and that's for long term for the next 5 years. But other than that, I'm in altcoins. So if the altcoins do go, that's me scuppered as well for a while until I can get more trading money. So we'll look at that and just let me know what you think about the kind of altcoins and the altcoin purge that I've been talking about for the last couple of months. Okay, so who's the winners and losers? Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin are the only two winners. Ethereum Classic and Bitcoin. That's the only two winners out of 100. Biggest losers, Beam, Aurora, Ren, Digitex, Riff, all down in double-digit reds. All the rest are down. That's in dollar value, but we're looking at Satoshi value. Is it going to make a difference? Yes, big difference. So you can see in Satoshi value, we've probably got about 60-40 split for in the green. Ethereum Classic obviously up, but a lot of these are the stable coins. Metaverse, V-Systems, Project Pi, Verge, Huobi. So they're not up by that much, to be honest. So there's no kind of real advantage there with regards to Satoshi value. Okay, we'll look at all of the markets and see what's traded over $10,000. We've now got 2,467 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. And who's the winners and losers? Who's the winners? Stellar Classic, trading volume of 26,000, up 168%. Airwire up 149% on 12,000. Zilla on 3 million volume is up 137%, so I don't know about Zilla. VSport coin is up 102% on 44,000 volumes, that's not bad volume. DEX is up 96%. See what's the highest on the 7-day chart. Bitball, we've already looked at Bitball, and that's up 1,379% on good relatively good volume. Engine is up 338%, Zilla 200%, StarChain is up 155% on 7 million volume. Don't know StarChain either. So there's loads of them that are up and coming. That could be contenders for kind of hidden gems and getting in on the hidden gems as well. Now, when I'm talking about the altcoin purge as well, mainly what I'm talking about is all those ones, the coins that have been out for a couple of years, have not gone anywhere, they've never brought a product out yet, there's nothing kind of going with them at all. They're still there, they're just working in the background, but nothing's really changing. That's the kind of purge I'm talking about, the altcoin purge. And they're just going to get stopped trading these altogether. They're not going to disappear, they're just going to get stopped trading. Nobody's going to trade them, they're just going to get rid of them and go into Bitcoin. And I suspect what's going to happen as well. No, we'll talk about that later. We'll look at crypto bubbles. What's happening? Crypto bubbles world. This is over the last 24 hours. You can see red, 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 all the way red, apart from BCN and ETC. All the rest are red. That's over the last 24 hours. And over the last hour, has it changed much? Yes, it has. So you can see we're turning green again. This is in dollar value, remember, but it's starting to turn green again, but still lots of red in there as well. There's a lot of blood in the streets here. Just go back to chat, see what else is in. Crypto Don Juan has joined us as well. Good to see you. And Honest Crypto Journey is in the house as well. Okay, we're going to go to the Bitcoin chart. So this is Bitcoin chart. We've been talking about this over the last couple of weeks. We've been speaking about the symmetrical triangle here. And Bitcoin is still holding up to this quite nicely. You can see here it's not quite hit this support line, but nearly hit the support line, bouncing back up. So this again could be a good time to get back into Bitcoin. I said here the other day when it went down, about 5 days ago, when it came down to 9,800, said that could be a brilliant time to get in. This is another good opportunity to get into Bitcoin, possibly. It's worth the risk for this. The risk to reward ratio is quite good for this, because this is kind of came off the support and bounced up quite well in the past as well. So it could do it again, and it did go down to about 10,090. Where did it go down to? Low is 10,082 it got down to, and bounced back up again. So this could be a perfect opportunity to get in as well. We'll have a look at Binance, what's happening on Binance. Okay, so MDA has just kind of jumped up, well, start to go up. This is on Binance. There's a few, it done it without warning as well, so there was no, you couldn't really predict that one. We'll just see over the 15-minute chart. Yeah, it just kind of jumped up without warning on the 15-minute as well. So don't know what that's about, but there was no warning there. Usually there's a kind of warning and you can get into these before the big jump ups. CDT, Go back to 4 hour. Four hourly. So you can see here, this crossed over, well, it was on the 4 hourly here actually, crossed over at 144, and it did get up to what, 203. So there's usually warnings like this, but with MDA there wasn't any warning there. And I'm not saying that's a pump and dump because it's not, doesn't look like a pump and dump. CDT is up 14% as well, so there's still trading opportunities to get more Bitcoin. There's always trading opportunities out there. Oh, that was CDT I was looking at. KNC is up 13% as well, without warning again, so we couldn't have got in that. INS, which is insular or insular, that came up, not without warning, so that was a riser, but it was a riser before, that's why it wasn't called, and it came back down quite suddenly, so just be careful of that. Metal has done well as well. So still trading opportunities to get 5, 10, 15%. And here ERD did go up as well. Called ERD at 22, went up to 35, which is 60% rise before coming back down again. And that was a perfect call. And when I say the perfect call, I mean there was no drawdown. So it didn't go below the 22. You could have gone at 22 and it would have just stayed there. And we can see here, it called it on the 22, you could have got in at 22, and it was the perfect call because there was no drawdown whatsoever, which is fantastic. And that's, but I think it doesn't happen a lot, the perfect call, but that was one of the perfect calls we've had. Okay, we'll just see if anybody else is in. Crypto Cannabis is in, High Points Drifter is in. And something I've noticed as well, when the altcoins are going down, it doesn't look as if there's a lot of hope for them as well. A lot of people don't come on the channel, but there's not a lot of videos made in the crypto channels as well. I noticed a lot of kind of crypto people have kind of dropped off as well, and that's one of the signs that things are not going so well in the market at all. So what kind of happens, or what people are thinking, let me know if you think this as well. Mike Witherford, hi Stevie, back in XRP again. What's your thoughts on it now? I still like it for the future, but I just think there's going to be more, there possibly is more downside, and we'll look at some of the charts later. So what I think is going to happen with this is a lot of people are just going to walk away. They're going to say stuff it, and they're just going to either sell all their altcoins and just go into Bitcoin and just walk away, because the markets become boring when you're just looking at Bitcoin. They do become quite boring. So Bitcoin is a long-term investment, I'd say. And people might just kind of say, okay, I'm going to trade all my alts, just put it into Bitcoin, and I'm just going to walk away. I'll just keep it in my wallet and just walk away and not come onto channels like this, doing the lives. They'll not watch the videos anymore. They'll just keep an eye on the Bitcoin price. So they might check it maybe once a day, then once every couple of days, then once every couple of weeks, just to see how it's doing, because it becomes a long-term investment. With the altcoins, there was so much excitement in the markets because it is an exciting place to trade. The altcoins, and you're still going to get these big jumps up, but it's not as exciting because we're watching them go down and down and down and down all the time. So we'll go to the kind of altcoins just now. In fact, we'll go to here. This is the altcoin market without Bitcoin at the moment. This is on the 4 hourly. You can see it's taken another sharp dive here as well. It's down 3.65% today again. But since the beginning of August, we're down 16% overall. But if we go to the daily, you can see we're on high. Since it crossed over, gone down 32% since it crossed down the 70 EMA, crossed down over the 50 EMA, and that was back in July, beginning or mid-July. So it's not the lowest it's ever been by any manner of means, but it's low just now compared to where it has been. So from the top to the bottom, we're talking about 50% from the end of June. So down 50% from where it peaked to where it is just now. So a lot of people I suspect are going to walk away. They're just going to either keep the alts in the hope that they might go back up and just walk away from it, just not be as involved in the market, and I suspect that's what's going to happen. We're still going to get new players in the market, obviously, We're still going to get new people like you and I coming in, retail investors coming in, but I suspect a lot of people are going to look at kind of Bitcoin. However, what we should be doing is also looking at the big ones as well. So Ethereum, there's Ethereum on the daily chart. It looks quite bad for Ethereum. This is on the BTC trading or the BTC pair. So on the 4 hour, it looked as if it was going to come back up. We'll just go to the hourly. So obviously on the dollar value, it'll be down on dollar because the Bitcoin price has gone down, but it's better to look at kind of the BTC pairing, and that tells you people trading from Bitcoin and going into Ethereum, or selling the Bitcoin and going into Ethereum, but this is not happening either. On the hourly chart, it looks as if it's going up here, but it's just it looks as if it's going to go sideways, so we could have another drop for Ethereum coming in, which is not so good. What else we'll look at, LTC, what's happening with Litecoin. Same again with Litecoin, we did cross over on the hourly very briefly, but it looks as if it's going to come back down again, just like we did here as well. So a Satoshi value for Litecoin could be close to its 18-month low again very soon. BNB, what are they doing? 267. They're one of the ones that have done really well this year. Binance Coin. So there's only 5 coins that outperformed Bitcoin this year in 2019. So I wonder if you let me know in the chat area if you can guess what the 5 coins were that outperformed Bitcoin this year in 2019, or the top coins that outperformed Bitcoin this year. So let me know in the chat area if you can guess what those were. Binance Coin is obviously one of them. Just look at that on the daily. Oh. You can see that quite clearly there. Where was that? Yeah. So Binance Coin, since the beginning of the year, up 222% at its top, at the peak. I wonder if you can guess the other ones as well. A lot of double bounces in the alts. Yeah, there could be a lot of double bounces in the alts, or double bottoms in the alts, is what I think you mean there, but there could be a lot of double bottoms in the alts as well. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. I'm hoping that's going to be the case where we're going to get a lot of double bottoms. But unfortunately, I'm thinking this could be the start of the altcoin purge. And I thought with Binance, the US investors coming off mid-September, 12th of September, was going to be the start of it, or could be a catalyst for it as well. But it looks like they've lifted the ban on the kind of US investors, Binance. So we don't quite know what's going to happen there, to be honest. But I still think there's going to be a possible capitulation. We'll just kind of look at this news story as well. So crypto analyst expects 20% Ethereum drop, altcoin capitulation in a couple of weeks. So nothing but carnage has been seen across the altcoin market, with major crypto assets like Ethereum and Ripple falling to fresh lows and causing widespread panic across the space. Whilst most crypto investors are starting to suspect that bottom might be in for the altcoins, one crypto analyst says that Ethereum could drop another 20% or more from here, and that real alt capitulation starts in just 2 weeks. So Ethereum holders have already taken a beating since ICO boom helped bring the price per ETH to as much as $1,400 each, and the fall from Grace represents over 85% drop from the previous all-time high, and some skeptics suggest that some altcoins may never again reach their all-time highs, even if Bitcoin were to reach $100,000. On the flip side, many believe that recent extreme fear across the altcoin market and accelerated sell pressure suggests that the altcoin market bottom is in or close to it, and major cap altcoins like Ethereum and Ripple have rebounded strongly after falling through long-term support and sweeping to new lows in the BTC. So XRP's done it, Litecoin's done it, Ethereum's done it as well, and they bounced back up. But is there another drop from here? So while some are thinking the crypto market is on the cusp of an alt season where the lost ground in altcoins could be easily made up against Bitcoin, one crypto analyst sees Ethereum falling yet another 22% relative to Bitcoin via the ETH BTC trading pair. So the sentiment surrounding Ethereum and other major cap altcoins like Ripple have a powerful spillover effect on the rest of the market as well, and it could even drag Bitcoin down. So this is the guy that's kind of talking about, or the person that's talking about, I don't know if it's a guy or a woman, I'm presuming it's a guy for some reason. So this is Mac, and he's talking about it in here as well. So he's saying short BTC pairs, long Bitcoin, real alt capitulation starts in 2 weeks. Feel free to counter trade me. And this is an active person on Twitter as well. So I'll just see what he's saying kind of recently. Binance listing, this is Kokos he's talking about. ETH BTC planning to get more bids, filled as below. So he's shorting Ethereum just now with the BTC pairing. Liquidate them swiftly while they sleep. Bitcoin, last open interest wipe before something proper. Less than 10 days till weekly 20 MA, 21 MA picks up. Alts are still looking bad. Should have 2-3 days chill time here. 5 AM will draw better tomorrow. So he's still saying the alts are going to go down, and I have to have been saying this for a few months that the alts are going to start going down, but there's still going to be alts that are just going to kind of rise to the top. And the water has to hit a floor at some point, just not quite yet for Ethereum is saying. We're talking about the waterfall effect there. Bearish on alts, simply due to being bullish on BTC in the next few weeks. They aren't ready to follow up yet. Death cross on weekly in the middle of September. Yikes. They're talking about the death cross and the chart that we kind of looked at there. So on the 7 and 50 was a death cross. We'll just kind of look to see if he's talking about the 50 and the 200. So it looks as if there's going to be convergence and it's going to cross down over, so it could be a death cross there as well. And there's not been a death cross really since April 2018. So it could be another one for the alts coming up very soon. So like on the 3-day. There was a death cross there already. So we need to wait and see what happens there, but I am of the opinion, I've been saying this for a while and I know it's not very popular, but we're going to get some of the alts. So if we look at the volume again on Bitcoin, Storm 1 Bitcoin, Encash 2 Bitcoin, BNT, Fun, SC, PO, NXS, MFT, all below 5 Bitcoin worth trading. Not much at all. And it's still $50,000, but for a major alt on Binance, it's not that much at all. Even a 10 Bitcoin, ADX vibe. So we're going to see a lot of these just not trading anymore, and they're just going to go down in value as people sell off and just go. And capitulation is basically where people just go, they just give up and just go, that's it, I'm just going to sell them, go into Bitcoin. I know I'm down 80%, 90% or something, I'm just going to sell them, let them go and go into Bitcoin and just see what happens and just walk away from the market. I think that's going to happen quite a lot, which is not good. It's not good for kind of my business, my channel. It's not good for the whole crypto, but there's going to be new money coming in as well, and they're going to be eyeing kind of Bitcoin. However, you're going to get the good ones. You're still going to get the good ones that are just going to rise to the top. And once the altcoin purge does happen, whereby we're not trading the likes of MFT, there's no longer trading them, you're going to put more of the money, the trading money is going to go into other projects as well, like the newer ones like Matic, One, for example, ERD. Not looked too much into that, but Matic and One certainly good ones as well, and other kind of projects like that are up and coming just now as well. And hidden gems, there's going to be a lot of hidden gems that kind of get spoken about as well. There's always going to be that in the marketplace. Just like penny stocks, that's never going to go away. The hidden gems where you're going to get the outliers that go up 1,000%. A lot of people are going to be looking for them, but you're better investing in the good ones just now. So I was talking about the kind of 5 coins that outperformed Bitcoin this year and asking the question, who do you think they were? And it was, no, where is it? Yeah, Bitcoin was the 6th best performing cryptocurrency this year, and the other ones that were behind it or in front of it were kind of Chainlink, Binance Coin, Ren, Huobi Token, and Ethereum. So that was the 5 that was in front of Bitcoin this year. Chainlink was the best performer of the last 8 months, having gained close to 800% this year, and it was the only token that had more than 400% return. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is up close to 185% since the start of the year, having climbed from just 3,746 up to 10,674. And we've seen Binance Coin going up 220 odd percent as well. But Chainlink definitely was the best one for this year. So if you're in Chainlink, well done to you. It still looks as if it's going to go up even more. Could be due for a short-term drop, but it could go up even more as well. So that's it for kind of the altcoins. I do think, same as this person, Mac, I do think there is going to be an altcoin drop again. I know there's been a drop in the kind of Bitcoin price, but I do expect it to go back up. You can see on the daily it's hitting this kind of line perfectly. So 10,000 would be the line to kind of hit. That's on the 3 daily, sorry. 4 hourly. So if it goes below this, if it closes below this on the 4 hourly, then we could be due for a drop down to 8,800. Could be due for a drop, or 9,000 would be the more likely kind of scenario there. 9,000, then a jump back up again. Let's see 9,000 there. I'll take that one out. Should have just moved that up. But around about 9,000. Could be due for a drop there if it falls below out of this kind of symmetrical triangle got going on there. But looks like a perfect time to get back into Bitcoin at this price. See who's in. So we'll look at XRP. We didn't look at XRP on the charts there. XRP BTC. Oh, it's going back up 2616. It's good to see. We'll take it off the MA and go into the EMA. So it did get up to the 2,800 level. This is on the 4 hour and it's coming off. It's 2530, but I suspect it might come down again. So I'm not back into it yet because I went into another one and I'm kind of stuck in it, to be honest. And it's not doing well at all. It was a risk and it didn't pay off. Well, it doesn't look as if it's paid off just now, so I'm going to be stuck in it for a while and staking it. So it's the Wind token, I told you about that. So I'll be staking the Wind token. I've got about 1 million tokens already that I've staked and that I've got back from staking. So I'll just stick with that at the moment in the hopes that it doesn't, that XRP doesn't go up to 2,900. Up to this point in the meantime, but I suspect it's going to go down as well. I'm not just saying that because I'm out of it, I just suspect that's what's going to happen. High Points Drifter, I've noticed a lot of the double bottoms. Natasha Sakamoto, crypto investment, anemic. USA smart money is investing in China companies. So it could be, you mean trading on the stock market? USD wise, you're talking about. Oh, right, USD wise. So with the BTC pairing, it might be a wee bit different. Crypto Don Juan, BTC 4 hour candle about to close soon. Get ready for another 4 hours of downtrend, in my opinion. So it's going to close at, well, it should have closed just now actually. The BTC. So we've got this play here. We've got to about 10,000. Around about 10,000. If it goes below that and closes that in the next 4 hours, so it's closed, this 4 hour candle is closed now, this one, and we've got a green candle starting to form from here in the next 4 hours. I suspect it's going to go up, but if it does go below this and closes below this line, then we could be due for a drop down to that 9,000 level again. However, it's followed this kind of perfectly for the last, since kind of June. And we're talking about a closing on the 4 hour candle. So it's followed it perfectly. If it doesn't now, then we're down. We're due another drop. High points drifting. It seems that if one of either Matic, Stellar or Harmony go up, the other two fall. So it does. And USD and BTC value as well. Do you Nadal should have put in a long trade on TRX now, or what level on USD $200 to put trade in starting price? TRX BTC 167. This is on a 4 hourly. So I would wait until you get a clear indication that there is a crossover. So definitely wait on that happening. It's not happened just now. We've got it on the 1 hour, but that's not a good indicator, to be honest. I'd rather go for the 2 hours tops, and it's not crossed over in the 2 hours. So I'd probably wait on that. Just going to have a look at the Renko charts. Oh, I need to change everything. Yeah, I'll definitely wait for the Tron. If you're looking to get into Tron, I would wait on a confirmation there before getting into it. And there's no confirmation on a 2 hourly, 4 hourly, daily, or anything. So I wouldn't, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't get into Tron just now. Markinus, Chainlink, Link BTC. Probably same situation, to be honest. It's crossed down over on a 4 hourly. Kind of going sideways, so 22,000 just now. So it is, we're on a kind of cusp here for Chainlink. Short term wise, we're on a cusp. It's crossed down on the 4 hourly, so the 70 EMA is crossed down over the 50 EMA. So you'd say, okay, don't get in until it crosses back up over the 50 EMA. And it's not done that as of yet, so it looks like there's more down action still to come for Chainlink as well. Yeah, so I would wait in confirmation. If you look at the 2 hourly, that might be a wee bit different. Yeah, I would definitely wait to get back into Chainlink. It kind of bounced up of the 21,800 level. Just see the patterns in the 4 hourly. There's not kind of obvious ones there. Yeah, so there's no obvious kind of patterns there for Chainlink, but apart from it crossing down over, so we've got an ascending triangle, long-term ascending triangle there as well. If we look at the daily, I'll probably get an ascending triangle there on the daily, a much better forming one. Trend line. So it looks like as if it's on the kind of ascending triangle there just now. Long-term ascending triangle. That's from, well, not long-term, but 10th of August, in the last couple of weeks. So I'd be wary of it. I'd be wary of it. Just now on the daily, it's looking okay. On the 4 hourly, not. I'd wait for a confirmation and crossing back over. Same with the 2 hourly as well. But it's within this kind of ascending triangle, so it might be a good time as well, but I'll just wait in confirmation for that crossover within this triangle. That's what I'll do with Chainlink. I don't know if that makes sense, hope it does. Crypto Don Wan, Link, Ren, HT, TNT, BNB, all have performed BT so far this year. Yep, they have indeed. Can you check Tron Dash pressed and Dash Bank? You may have Dash tokens to stake. Free 20k drop into the dividends every day. I'll check it after we checked that kind of earlier on in the week or last week. Tron Dash, but I'll check that as well. Dent has gone back up, don't know. We'll just look at Dent. 4 and 5. I thought it'd kind of gone back up there, but it hasn't. No, it's still 4 and 5 just now. Order books kind of suggest it might go down to 3 and 4. Hopefully not. Ponzi X went down to 3 and 4, but they've came back up to 4 and 5 again. So we've seen here went to 3 and 4, but it came back up to 4 and 5. Win looks as if it's going to go down to 2 and 3 again. It was at 2 and 3 here, just for a while. It looks as if it's going to go that way again. It was doing well for a bit, but not anymore. So yeah, Dent is not looking brown for Dent either. So it could go down to 3 and 4 for Dent. And there's 2 sections, bottom section of deflation coins for staking. I need to look more into that, Gino. Gene, like button crush, thank you very much. Just tuned in. What's a crack with TRX? Expecting a rise? No, it looks as if there's still going to be a bit of a fall for TRX as well. TRX BTC. There's something coming on the 2 hourly, 168. 4 hourly. I'd wait on confirmation. That's what we'll do. We've got confirmation here when it kind of went up to 186 or 194, and then it came right back down again. I suspect that kind of something similar is going to happen. We could see a fall further down for TRX as well, unfortunately. That's just my thoughts though. I'm not a financial advisor. Obviously do your own research and all that. I hope someday BTT moons. I went on since 13. I know it was mad, but here's hoping. Gene at BTT, where are they just now? They're 7 or 8 just now. 6 and 7. And it could go down to 5 and 6. So it could be one day that they do. And I think that's what's going to, a lot of people are going to be in the same situation, Gene, where a lot of people are just going to say, you know what, stuff it, I'm just going to stay in the alts and just walk away from the market and just see what happens. But not a good situation to be in. That's kind of where a lot of us were in 2018. We just thought, stuff it, we'll just stay in, see what happens. And it went down and down and down and down. So just be careful. Just be careful. Anytime is a good time for Tron. Yeah, if you believe in Tron for the long term, then this is a brilliant time to buy. BTT and Wink 2, yep, they've gone down as well. Mark Innes, Jane, don't worry mate, we've all done mad things. We have we have indeed. Crypto investment low because USA smart money invest in China, huge returns on many 50x companies, excellent. Maybe we also need to diversify as well. Possibly as well, obviously. Crypto offered a big, huge ROI, but big, huge risk as well. And we're starting to see that just now. What time we're on? Time 10. I think that's it for just now. We'll just leave it there, I think, for the moment. We've got 36 people in just now. If you could go down to like button, if you like the video, hit the like button and the notification bell as well. And we'll see if we can get the channel growing before, well, hopefully when crypto starts growing again, or they all start growing again. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there just now. Thank you very much for watching. I know you could be doing other things, so I really appreciate your time. And let me know what you want to cover, if there's anything you want me to cover kind of specifically in kind of this week with regards to the videos and stuff like that. I've done a couple of other videos as well that I want to put out. Yesterday was one of them when I was talking about the pensions as well. So let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to cover. That would be quite cool, and I can do 5-10 minute videos on them as well. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.